So in this video, I want to talk about how to end a session, but in regards to advanced conversation hypnosis, this is how we do it, guys, very, very quickly. This is how we end a session with ACH. Number one is, let's say the trance thing, the therapy thing's done for this session. The last piece of the puzzle, the last part of the timeline we get into is something called testing. We're testing for emotional scenario, what we call a ridiculous type of testing. I'm not going to go into how to do that, guys, what exactly you say, what questions you ask. That's more for our training. It takes us a couple of hours just to teach that correctly, but that's what we're going for. That's step one. Then we end a session by doing a bit of tasking. Now, tasking is not homework, audio, go pick up cigarette butts and do all that sort of stuff. We do something called sleep tasking, because while a client is asleep straight after the session, I don't mean like a trance sleep where they listen to audio. I mean telling your client, go to bed, have a nap. Processing can begin, and it's most powerful when the client doesn't interrupt that. Number three, the most important part, the processing chat. Letting your client know what's about to happen, how they'll feel, what emotions they'll have, what they'll experience. If you don't do a good processing chat, I guarantee the sessions will fail. Number four, we do something called the smallest thing. We will tend to ask a client, what's the smallest thing you could do to get the biggest result, or something along those lines. What we're really asking them to do is, hey, keep yourself consciously busy while the mind processes. Okay, we don't want the client to interfere with what's happened during the session. I don't mean post-hypnotic suggestions. I don't mean confusing your clients so they don't remember. Not remembering what happens in the session has no impact into results. They can remember all they want. What I want them to do is just forget about today and let the mind process in the background and wait for those naturally emerging phenomena and unconscious moments and insights to occur naturally. Number five is we do a quick demarcation where we split the mind. And number six, and we talked about this in the previous video, when to book a second session. I tell my client, contact me if you've got any questions. Let me know if you need anything. That's literally what I say. I wait for the processing to end before I even consider doing another session, because 9.5 times out of 10, if not more, a second session will only interrupt the first good session. Okay, if you want to know more about that, just watch the previous video, when to book a second session. What you do not want to do when you end a session, guys, and that's ACH, that's how we end it. This could literally take 5 minutes, guys. It's not that hard and it's not that long. We do not give post-hypnotic suggestions, waste of time. If you watch our previous videos, we have a video called The Best Post-Hypnotic Suggestions. I talk about in a lot of detail why post-hypnotic suggestions are a big waste of time and they'll interrupt the results your clients get. We do not book another session because you won't know until the processing stopped, and processing might take an hour, 2 hours, might take a whole week before our client, quote unquote, comes back to normal. Do not book another session there and then. Pointless. Let processing do what it's supposed to do. Number three, don't offer audios and homework. You guys know I say that all the time. I don't need to explain it anymore. Every video we talk about this, we know it interrupts processing and it wastes our clients' time, guys.